Too many people are focused on competing rather than completing their assignment. On the road of purpose, there is no competition, only community to push you toward completion. Today, let's talk about community over competition, how teamwork really makes the dream work. You know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope you, yes, you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host, yours truly, your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined us today. While you're here, help a brother out. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Come on, hit the subscribe button as well. That helps our channel. I'm growing your greatness. Help me to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. Let's have a courageous conversation of illumination. But in order to do that, we got to pay the digital light bill. Don't you wish paying a light bill was as easy as dropping a light bulb emoji in the chat? Well, it is here. Drop some light bulb emojis in the chat, family. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Because we're going to flip the switch. We're going to turn all the way up. We're going to light it up in here. We're too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today we are having a courageous conversation to spotlight and highlight today's topic: community over competition, how teamwork makes the dream work. And you know, one thing I realized is that you just don't soar as high as your dream. You soar as high as your team. It is about putting the type of people around you who are going to amplify who it is that you are as an individual. And hear me, people who don't mind amplifying you aren't insecure, aren't inconsiderate, aren't trying to compete with you. They're trying to empower you to complete the vision that they see in you, that you know you've been called to do. Hear me, you can't tell me that you have a circle if the people in your circle are not supporters. That's not a circle, it's a cage. People are trying to keep you stuck and stifled and stagnant, and literally playing the mannequin challenge to where you don't make any moves. Right? They want you to be stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. But you were not created to be limited. You were not created to be less than. You were not created to feel as if you are a liability, or as if you are the only moves that you are making is that you're in quicksand and you're trying to get out of what it is that is causing you to sink deep into it. It's all about community over competition. It is all about developing who it is that you are, but harnessing the power of what it is that you have to improve the life of other individuals. It is Carl Jung who said, the world will ask who you are. And if you don't know, the world will tell you who you are. Hear me? The world will ask who you are. But if you don't know, the world will tell you who you are. If you don't know who you are, hear me, people will tell you what you're not. And generally, because you don't know who you are, you're going to believe and buy into that negative, skewed, idealistic philosophy to where now you pass that on to the next generation. And that generation now passes it on to the next generation. Simply because nobody broke the cycle. Family, just type break the cycle, break the cycle. Family, type break the cycle. Can't keep doing the same old things the same old way, or you're just going to keep on getting the same old results. Got to do something different to get something different. Teamwork is what is going to foster the dream for it to work. But hear me on this. You have to shift your mindset. You have to renew your mind, because based on what you're thinking dictates who you are attracting. Well, don't nobody love you. Don't nobody like you. Everybody else is bad to you and bad for you. Here's the thing. You got to begin to check all of that at the door and then begin to ask yourself, what role do you play in it? Are you actually a mirror reflection of other people? Are you thinking about the negative so much to where now you attract the negative rather than repelling the negative? What is going on in your mindset? According to researchers, here it is. We think 60,000 thoughts a day. Need you to hear me. According to researchers, we think 60,000 thoughts a day, with 95% of those thoughts being repetitive. And hear me, 80% of the thoughts are negative. 60,000 thoughts a day. 80% of those thoughts are negative. 95% of those thoughts are repetitive. So generally, many of us continue to not just think negative, but we continue to repeat the cycle over and over again. Negative thinking becomes so repetitive. And so here's what we have to do. We have to become aware of our awareness. We have to become metacognitive. We have to think about what it is that we are thinking about. Why is my life this way? Why have I attracted these type of individuals into my life? You're looking for teamwork, but the team leaves everything in shambles. Only relegates you to clean it up. Only relegates you to help it out. Only relegates you to do something with it. Simply because you lack buy-in from those who were sworn to protect and foster the growth of where it is that you are, where it is that God has called you to be. Family, we're having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. We're talking about community over competition. How teamwork makes the dream work. Community conversations like this one right here is why you need to become a member of our channel. You're watching In the Mix, but how are you not a member of In the Mix? Come on, I need you to do something about that. Need you to do something about that. All you have to do is tap the link in the chat. Link is in the description of this video. As you do that, a window will pop up to where you have 3 selections to choose from. VIP, Royalty, OQP. You're a very important person with a very important purpose. Royalty. Your royalty demands loyalty, King or Queen. And then we got OQP. Only quality people. That's got to be the motto and the mandate and the mission for your life. Only quality people. When I have only quality people, to feel more like community than it will competition. Choose one of those particular 3 options. And my gift to you is going to be giving you access to our Connor's Corner content. A lot of content in Connor's Corner. Giving you access to our membership area. We are talking about community over competition. And a lot of times we're not aware of our thinking. As I said, 60,000 thoughts per day, roughly, we think. 95% of those thoughts are repetitive. 80% are negative. I have to become aware of my surroundings. I got to become aware of my awareness. I got to be aware of my emotions. Because if we're thinking about community, the question becomes, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? When you think about your community, when you think about maybe the communities that you come from, where many people who are destitute or without or food insecure, they don't necessarily know where their next meal is coming from. It's got to be community. What do we want the community to look like? What do we want it to look like? We have to get to that particular place of where it is that we're looking at each other's strengths and not weaknesses. To say, listen, I can connect with you on this. Let's build on this. Let's not move into a place of comparison and contrast and competition, but let's move into a place of completion and community connection. It only is teamwork that makes the dream work. What is your dream? Has it been told? Has it been forecasted? Have you spoken truth to power about it? I have to get to that particular place to where I recognize, here it is, I have something to offer to the world, and the world has something also that needs to be inculcated in it, that I have something to give. The tragedy is to be gifted, but to never open your package, much less to ever use the package of what it is that you've been given. Am I a team member? Am I willing to support somebody else reach their goals? Why? Because if I get what I want, if I help you get what you want, I'll get what I want. That's what Zig Ziglar said. If you help people get what they want, you'll get what you want. Teamwork. Some of us are not always the front man. Some of us are not always the first man. Some of us are the first man or first man in the second position. You're in a place of administration. And you provide a particular structure and framework for how to help other people develop and grow interpersonally and collectively with connectivity. I can't be one of those individuals who are focused on competing rather than completing the assignment of what it is that I've been given. It's time for you to soar. I'm showing you really how to complete your assignment. I'm showing you how to get back on the road to navigate your life, business, your relationships, self-development, interpersonal connectivity, overcoming trauma and strife and grief, living through grief. Many of these aspects are needed and necessary to flourish and to take your life to another dimension. I wish that you would join us. TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com, TheEaglesAcademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button. Fill out the form. You know what's up. You will be transformed. You sure will. The coaching, the teaching, the training, the mentoring, the empowerment. Go ahead and become a part of it. Family, we got more in store. We're talking about community over competition, how teamwork makes the dream work. Stick and stay. More is on the way. After these messages, I'll be right back. I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to TheEaglesAcademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to TheEaglesAcademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. It's such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in the place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Come on, family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. We're talking about community over competition, how teamwork makes the dream work. And one thing I realize, one thing I recognize, one thing that I really know is really that when you are uniquely gifted the way that you are, there's always going to be some haters. There's always going to be some individuals who are trying to be detractors and trying to get you off your square and off your goal and make it, here it is, about just you. See, the competition aspect, when we're talking about community over competition, the competition aspect is about I, mine, me, not we. That's what it generally becomes about. And here's the thing. That's the level for competition. But community says this. It's not about me. It's about us. It's not about I. It's about we. Why? Because we are better together. Better together says, listen, I understand what it takes to make the dream work. That's what I understand. Understand that I'm going to have to acquiesce my own particular will. I'm going to have to get in lockstep and in tandem with other individuals who are doing the work that I aspire to do. I'm going to build a framework. I'm going to build a structure. I'm going to build a team around me. And here it is. I don't just surround myself with people who I feel are smarter than me or who I feel I'm smarter than. No, I surround myself with other individuals from various walks of life who may be smarter, who may have an inside perspective and scoop that I don't necessarily have. But they help me to manage my life. They help me to put the building blocks together again. They help me to put things back in place. That's what it's about. I have a support system that really shines a light over competition through the power of community. That's what it's about. Shining the light and the spotlight on other individuals to help them to complete their assignment. Here's the thing. You don't complete your assignment without knowing what your assignment is. What have you assigned? What have you been assigned? What have you been called to do? What can you do in a particular and unique way that nobody can beat you being you? Nobody can do what you do the way that you do it. Nobody can say the words that you say the way that you say it. Nobody can weave certain things together the way that you have done so. That's what it has to get down to. I have to know what my particular strengths are, and I am not coming into a particular organization, into a particular church, into a particular sect or community or whatever the case may be to destroy, to subtract. No, I'm coming to add. Family, just type add it up, add it up, add it up. And not only am I just coming to add, I'm coming to multiply. Why? Because I've experienced the multiplication. I've experienced the growth. I've experienced the development in my own life interpersonally. And as a result, now I'm able to affect change collectively. You can never affect change collectively until you first do it interpersonally. You don't win from without. You win from within. That's why I have to shift my mindset. I got to be aware of my awareness. I have to be aware of what it is that I'm thinking. I have to be cognizant about the thoughts that are conceptualizing in my own mind. Because based on how I'm thinking will dictate where I'm going. Don't have time to compete with you. All I have to do is focus on the assignment that God has for me. And as a result of it, here it is. He's bringing in team players. He's bringing in individuals who find the greatness that's already on the inside of themselves. And then now they want to foster that with you. I got to have those type of individuals in my life who are focused on completing, not just competing. So often, whether it's at churches, whether it is in organizations, people are oftentimes in a hurry going nowhere. They want to say, well, I one-upped you. I served in this capacity. I did X, Y, Z. That's why this particular thing happened in the church. This particular thing happened in the school system. This particular thing happened. No. It is a collective, unified effort, because so many times people, the phraseology has become, I'm self-made. 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 Well, that ain't my philosophy. My philosophy is that I'm God-made. I'm God-made. I'm God-made. And when I have that particular mindset, nothing formed against you shall prosper. And here's the thing. If God before you, the who that's against you doesn't even matter. Why? Because he and I have built a level of community. He and I have built a wellspring of valid information, knowledge, and insight that only God provides and God gives. Got to shake myself loose. Got to shake myself free of all the thoughts that became so inept. All the thoughts that were trying to hold me back from the purpose of what it is that God had given me to achieve. Come on, family, type achieve. Type achieve. Come on, there's greatness coming out of your growth. Type achieve, 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 achieve. All things are possible. You can believe, and as you believe, you can achieve. Greater works than these shall you do. Achieve, achieve, achieve. Type that. Type achieve, achieve. Don't rest on your laurels now. Don't think it's over for you. Don't call it quits now. Don't throw in the towel. But here's what you got to do. You got to use the negative steam to power your dream. Find the motivation. Find the inspiration. Find the thing that's going to really catapult you to another level and to another dimension. That's going to bring out the exuberance of your smile, the exuberance of your personality, the exuberance of your greatness and your intellectuality. You owe it to you to not cheat the world of you. I already told you. What did Carl Jung say? Carl Jung said, the world will ask you who you are. They're going to inquire from within. And if you don't know, the world will tell you. They will put a label on your life. They will call you to do something permanent in a temporary situation. I got to know who I am, because when I know who I am, I only know who I am based upon knowing whose I am. But I also know who I am from the lens and the perspective of the fact that I have overcome certain obstacles. If it wasn't for God bringing me through this, you would have given up a long time ago. The world will ask who you are. If you don't know, the world will then eventually just tell you who it is that you are. And if you don't know who you are, people are going to tell you what you're not. And you'll believe that negative philosophy. No. You have to, here it is, change the narrative. Come on, family, just type that. Type change the narrative. Change the narrative about yourself. Change the narrative about your children. Change the narrative about your house. Change the narrative about your spouse. Change your narrative about how you feel about you. Change the narrative. Now it's time for you to write the course for your own destiny. Family, I would that you would sow into this word that you've heard. Community over competition. And that's one thing that we pride ourselves about. We pride ourselves about at our church. So I'm serving as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Church. Is that community matters. Your voice matters. Silence is violence. What you have to say, in any case, it makes a difference. Really is. Makes a difference. And as a result of that, we have to get to a particular place where we understand the great calling that is on our life to be change agents, to be champions of that change that you, me, and we desire to see and receive. Family, I would that you would sow into this word that you've heard. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. We're doing a lot of great things with our community. Yeah, doing a lot of great things with the Remnant Worshipers. Fed over 14,000 people in 3 months. Would that you would sow into this community endeavor of what it is that we're doing. Cash App, $ Access Identity. Well, no, Cash App, $DR Eddie Ministries. There it is. You know, it's had it for such a long time. Sometimes you forget. But there it is. Cash App, $DR Eddie Ministries. Dr. Eddie Ministries. Of course, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. I'm joining my faith with yours that God does 30, 60, 100 fold. I want you to name your seed as you're sowing your seed. Maybe you're naming it increase. Maybe you're naming it peace. Maybe you're naming it love. Maybe you're naming it redemption. I don't know what you're naming your seed, but I want you to name your seed. And of course, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. Yeah. Whether it's super chat, super sticker. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. I appreciate you in advance, even for sowing. I really do. One thing that I realize is that you have to soar to another dimension. And you don't just soar as high as your dream, you soar as high as your team. So I've been talking about teamwork today. Community over competition. Community is the new currency. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat, family. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Type the word soar, SOAR. Type the word soar. And of course, do want you to take advantage of the Eagles Academy. All of the great things that we're doing over there, the teaching, the coaching, the training, the mentoring, helping people level up their business, the trajectory of what it is that we've been growing to and expanding. Those are all important to you and are going to be a benefit to you as well. Go right now to the eaglesacademy.com, the eaglesacademy.com, the eaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. I told you put the word soar in and do that. Put that in that word that's just in the chat. Put that into the coupon code. And I'm going to give you a hookup on our amazing academy. Of course, one of those main particular aspects is conversations like this one right here is why you need to make sure that you are a member of our In the Mix family. Membership has its privileges. My gift to you is to give you access to our members only area called Connor's Corner. And at any level that you support, you will be able to get access. I want you to pride yourself on that, but also be one of those individuals who are open and receptive to receive greater knowledge, wisdom, information, insight, and skill. Family in the mix. Out of time. But y'all know I'm not out of truth. So I want to thank you for rocking with me, riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together like this each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the digital airwave side. Of course, we mix it up as well Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Head over to the YouTube side. Of course, well, while you're here at the YouTube side, make sure that you hit the thumbs up button, like, comment, share, subscribe. But I also want you to head over to our sister satellite stations on social media. Yeah. Quick question. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Step this way, step that way. Yeah, step this way, step that way. Which way am I talking about? By friending me and following me right now on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family. Put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And of course, I'd love to see you show up to my church, the Remnant Worshipers Ministry, where we have an amazing time of word and worship. Yeah, of course, you're going to get that powerful preach word each and every single Sunday at 10 a.m. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. is our prayer time, and 7 p.m. is our Bible study. Yes, yes, yes. So join me each and every single Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m., 10 o'clock a.m., as I am the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Church. And I know God has special messages and a special word for you. Would that you would join us there. trwchurch.org. Check out the website. And of course, get some church merch. On the back of the shirt says Faith Family Forward. If I can help you, if I can serve you in any way, don't hesitate. Please reach out to me. Get any of my books. They're all on Amazon. Got 18 of them out there. You can also get them at theeaglesacademy.com/books. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. And of course, it would be an honor for me to empower you. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treat and a treasure, joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter. Peace and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.